I was very familiar. I'm a fan of Pixar, and Cars Land is actually my favorite part of the Disneyland, so I was very familiar with the franchise. So for me to be part of it was mind-blowing. He is a pro, and after certain years of being a pro, you realize that sometimes we get a little too comfortable with how we do things, and I think he's at that point where he realizes he has to wonder, am I the best? Can I learn new things to keep me on top? I think that's where he's at. I think he realizes that he gets to the moment where he's using all the resources that he knows, that he's aware of, and he doesn't seem to match up. And that's when he knows he's capable, the track record proves it, so he knows he can do it, or can he? It's that question when he realizes, okay, maybe I have to change my training methods, which is where Cruz comes in. Maybe if I learn new methods, maybe if I learn how to work smarter, I can stay at the top where I am. I voiced Cruz Ramirez, and Cruz is a very perky, spunky, very able trainer who is so skilled. She's so good at making racers the best that they can be. But even her being so strong, she has a lot of doubts about herself and lacks a little bit of confidence. And this is the journey of her really coming into, lack of a better word, into her own skin, because I know she's a car. But coming into her own and accepting that she has power and being able to use it. Well, a lot of the themes for Cruz were actually based on a lot of my struggles coming up. When I met John Lasseter, I told him a bunch of stories from my childhood, and he actually found it very relatable for Cruz. He thought that would make Cruz very relatable to so many people. And I think the biggest aspect that I take away with Cruz is that as hard as things get, she just doesn't give up. And that's something that I carry with me. It gets difficult, but you never quit. It's important to have the strong female characters because we have to remind, first of all, we have to empower little girls, and we have to remind everybody, including adults, that skill doesn't apply, like gender doesn't apply to skill. That's something that we have to remember. It's not that you're good for a boy or you're good for a girl. If you're good, you're good. And this character is important because she's a trainer in a predominantly male field, and we don't think about her being just one of the women in the men's field. We actually think she's really capable. She's got the skills. She's amazing. And then when you see her journey, I think that a lot of little girls will be surprised to see what happens and actually maybe realize, I can do that too. My biggest mentor, I've had several, but my lifelong mentor has always been my mother. She's not connected to Hollywood at all. She was a short order cook at a restaurant, but what she taught me, she sacrificed so much for our family so that her kids could have opportunities that she wasn't able to have. And she always did it with a smile. And for me, learning those lessons about having a strong work ethic, trying to be nice to people, have the respect, and really just being able to work as hard as it takes, knowing that one day it'll pay off. That's a very important lesson that I learned that I carry with me every day. There's a handful of people that have asked me questions about the industry, just even basic questions about doing contract work, how to get in the business, how to do this industry. And I usually take time to meet with them and mentor them and answer any questions because I didn't have that. Coming into this world, I didn't have any point of reference. I didn't have the mentor in Hollywood to kind of guide me. And I made a lot of mistakes because we all make mistakes when we don't know what we're doing. It's like you're building a building and creating the blueprints at the same time that you're building it. And I don't want people to make the missteps that I made because some of them were so basic. And for me, it's like if I can pass along some of the information that I learned, why not do it? It's, not only do you open the door, but you got to break it down so that other people can walk through it too. Humor, I love you get elements about, first of all, it's the generation gap where Cruz will make fun of Lightning McQueen because she's like, you can do better. You can be in better shape. And she does that by motivating him and trying to call him out like, this isn't the Lightning McQueen I know, which I love. And she does it in a funny way. And also, the heart and humor of Mater, I think, in the franchise is always so endearing because he just wants the best for his best friend. He loves his best friend. It's so pure, this friendship. He looks out for him. He wants the best. And that's such a beautiful thing to see, the support. And I think the heart comes with Lightning McQueen's journey in this film and him realizing, am I still at the top of my game? Should I not be at the top of my game? And then he sees this kid, this younger racer, this trainer, Cruz, and he realizes throughout this journey, I think I've been accidentally mentoring her. Didn't even mean to. And I think that when you don't try and it comes natural, that's the heart. That's when you see the authenticity and the sincerity in it. Everybody should see it, and I'll tell you, it's because the story has so many different lessons that it's not just for kids. Kids need to see this story to be empowered and be reminded of what they're capable of. Adults can watch it and see, hey, you know, as adults, we all have doubts. We don't know if we're doing the best that we can, and sometimes we need to know that it's okay to have those doubts, and it's okay to see someone in need and try to inspire them or help them or motivate them. I think that you get what you get out of this movie based on your life, and honestly, this is a great family movie that I think every person in the family will take away a different lesson.